What's going on, everybody? It's T Reaper and I'm back with another video. Okay, well, first I want to give everybody, new subscribers, all new followers, welcome. Thank you so much for tuning in. Today we're going to talk about part 2 of the debate why gamers and girlfriends or wives simply don't go together. Or, you know, why girls don't date gamers. Alright. So, I'm going to start this off with a nice little long story about how when I was a kid, you know, back in the OG era, most popular game that I had on my plate was Halo CE, and Diablo 2, and RuneScape. That was a lot of fun. But, you know, all the girls that were in my school, you know, they were all, you know, proper, quote unquote, you know, girls that, you know, like, our parents say video games are for children, we don't want anything to do with you. And it continued such and such in this way. Now, the most, you know, in common times now is that, you know, just find a gamer girl, right? Well, my counter to that is, you know, sometimes if you date a gamer girl, that gamer girl is not the same gamer as you. Sometimes that gamer girl likes a 3DS or a Nintendo Switch or PS4 or PC. You know, and sometimes they don't share the same value of gaming as you do. But, you know, there's ways around that. For one thing that I always used to do back when I had fun and I was still learning how to game is I would at least spend one movie night a week with my significant other, whoever it was. So, one night a week, and I would just drop games. But, you know, over time, that became kind of annoying, which is why I stopped doing it. But, overall, girls just don't like that gamers, you know, just don't have a life. I don't know if I could really say it any simpler than that. You know, girls, you know, at least the older generation just don't, you know, look down on gamers and gamers who like legitimately stream too. You know, this applies to, you know, not only gamers, but, you know, people who, you know, do media for a living, you know, people who, you know, make videos for a living, people who like spend hours and hours in seclusion and, you know, in front of a television. So, I don't know. I think women, you know, expect men to be proper and they expect them to treat them with respect, which, you know, in my case, you know, you treat me with respect, I'll treat you with respect. You try to troll me, I'll troll you back. I have no sympathy for any race, you know. But overall, you know, girls just, you know, they just don't like that, you know, they don't get as much attention, you know, but some girls, you know, like to involve themselves in playing games with you. Some actually enjoy, you know, such a, you know, quote unquote gamer girls love, you know, if they see playing, you know, the new God of War, for example, they're like, ooh, can I try? Or, you know, the new Mario Kart, you know, so on and so forth. But I don't know, it's like, you know, is a life of seclusion really that bad? You know, girls, answer me that. Is it, you know, to live alone really that bad of a thing? You know, have no connection to the outside world? I personally don't think so. It actually is quite freeing and quite, you know, I find enjoyment in other factions. Let's just say that. So, but overall, you know, maybe the male is at fault. Maybe the gamers are at fault for ignoring the women. You know, because yes, you know, if you enter a relationship, it's supposed to be 50-50 or however you wish the relationship to work. But, you know, most of the time, you know, gamers, it's either games or it's, you know, either you know, or it's their wives, their families. You know, it's, you know, that's normally how the normal gamer, you know, nowadays it's married works. Is, you know, you have time with your kids, your wife, you know, family time, and, you know, you sneak in, you know, 1 or 2 hours a day to game, whenever it might be. But, you know, my thing is that, you know, if you don't have, you know, to worry about falling in love and don't finding that significant other for the rest of your life, you don't necessarily have to worry about that. But for those who are trying, the most I can advise is always make time for that special person in your life. Always try to balance gaming between relationship, and girls, all I ask is that you be understanding. It's not all toys, as we would love to call them. They're not just they're just not playthings. Some of them have meaning to all of us, and if we're in the middle of a significant match or a significant walkthrough, we can't just sit up and walk right where you want us to go at the immediate moment that you ask us to do it, because we're doing something at the moment. So if your boyfriend is playing a game, let him play a game for at least 4 to 5 hours a day, and then make him spend time with you. Don't instantly, the moment he wakes up and starts playing a game, say, "Oh, I want to go do something." No, don't do that. Just let him play, let him be him, and you won't really necessarily run into many issues. But again, yin and yang. You gotta have balance between the two. And if you don't have balance, then the relationship will never work, no matter what situation you're in. So always know for balance, but like I pointed out, girls just seem to have that stigma, and I just I don't understand why either. But I have had plenty of experiences in my past life where my girlfriends would let me play my games just as long as I spent 1 or 2 hours on the phone with them. So but that was back in the OG era. I don't know how it works now, but most millennial girls don't really care if you play games anymore, so maybe the solution is solved. And then, this is the fun part. This is the fun part that I wanted to talk about. Then it comes to the real reason that everybody says gamers probably or girls don't date gamers, is because of our hygiene. Now, let me paint a picture for you, or paint a picture. Do you really think people would be able to speed run something in 10.5 hours if they didn't actually have to go to the bathroom? Sorry, like if I was gonna bench, like for example, if you're gonna bench watch The Punisher this week, like, are you really gonna if you're that into it, are you actually gonna get up and go and use the restroom? No, you're like gonna suffer through it until it's over and then use the restroom. So again, but it just comes with the territory. Overall, gaming and relationships are hard, but I feel that if you have balance and you can have an easy schedule and a very flexible schedule, sometimes it will work and sometimes it won't. Overall, girls, we gamers, we ain't dying anytime soon. For those for those current generations who watch this, if you're enthused in Fortnite and yeah, I'm sorry guys, I'm sorry buddies. I would have to say, drop the Fortnite, spend time with the girl. Don't make the girlfriend watch you play Fortnite all night. Just a piece of advice. This is Reaper, and I'm out. I'll catch you guys on the next one. If you would like this discussed in more detail, hit me up in the comment section below. Hit a like, comment, subscribe, and I'll catch you guys later. Peace.